Lusso Italiano, Luxury Imports sponsors Boxing Bros UK.
Hello everybody, this is Boxing Bros UK. I am a Hiss Chris. This is my co-host, Andrew the Boxing Brain.
Howdy.
We're a little bit late to the party, as usual. However, we're going to do, today's topic is on the face-off that was on the zone. It's exactly the same as the gloves are off with Fury and USYK. So, going to do a bit of the older screen sharing.
Yeah.
You're in the rematch. Fight talk! You know what's coming for you. I'm gonna you up, bitch.
Don't be afraid.
What do you remember about that left hand in round 9?
It was perfect.
Fury's in trouble! The Gypsy King is red!
I will not leave you alone again.
But you had your little chance to knock me out, didn't you? Couldn't do it, bitch, could you? Hit me with 10 shots in a row and couldn't do it.
You too have chance.
Two best boxers in the world fighting for the undisputed heavyweight championship. This is the biggest fight.
This time may have a different ending.
Hello, my friend.
Hello, my friend, Hitman. You baldy. He's come for the job, hasn't he? He's come to kill me.
That's it.
The time has come to do it again. USYK versus Fury 2 is on the way live December 21st from the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. And now we get set for the fighters to go face-to-face, along with Frank Warren, Tyson Fury, Alexander Usyk, and Alexander Krusuk. We will talk to these guys, and they will go face-to-face right now here live on DAZN.
Fight talk!
Tell us about this hairstyle. Are you doing the Tyson Fury starter kit? What's going on?
Listen, a head have like remember what you do. Memory, yeah. Head have memory. Because my first fight, it was in the past. Now, it's present. My focus, it's 21st December.
He looks like an assassin, doesn't he?
He looks like a sexy beast. It suits him. The shaved head suits him. He looks sexy.
Like I'm sure you've been back and watched the fight a few times before, or a few times since that first fight in May. When you watch it again, how does it feel? Do you feel like you clearly won? I know he believes that he won that fight.
My hands was here. I win. Thank you, God. But if Tyson think what Tyson win, no problem. For me, no problem. Listen, we have one more fight. 21st December.
For sure.
We both put on a good fight, the best we could do. And, his country's at war. So people are siding with the country at war. But make no mistake, I won that fight in my opinion. And I'll be back. I got a rematch clause.
Immediately after the fight, you were asked in the ring who you thought won. You said you won, and the reason you thought the judges gave it to him because his country was at war. Do you regret saying that?
No, I don't regret anything. Why would I regret that?
So you really think they voted for him to
Listen,
win?
it was a close fight. Usyk got the raise, like he just said. He won the fight. Fair play to him. Don't make excuses. Man beat me on the night. Fair play. I believe I won the fight. That's my opinion. Just like if you had an opinion, he had an opinion. Everybody had an opinion. But he got his hand raised, and I congratulated him. It's on TV to see. I kissed his cross. I said, thank you very much.
And Happy New Year.
And Happy New Year, for sure. Do you know what I mean? So when we go again, we go again.
So, that was the one, wasn't it? That was the one that went viral when he wishing everyone Happy New Year at the end, saying that people, does he regret the presenters doing what he should be doing, trying to get little bits of reaction out of the fighters?
Yeah.
Does he regret saying that he got the vote because of the Ukraine war effort? He's doubling down, saying he doesn't regret it. Deep down, I think he probably, if he could go back, like we all do in life, we all look back and go, oh, I wish I'd done that a bit different. I'm sure he would have preferred not to have said that. It's a bit of a inflammatory thing to say. But don't you think?
Yeah. I think deep down in his heart, he's not an horrible person. He does regret saying that. Like, he surely doesn't believe that because it wasn't that close, to be honest, the fight. It was a close fight.
It's very close. See, that's the thing.
It was a close fight, but Usyk clearly won. But
I agree.
You say he's doubling down, but he's contradicting himself in true Tyson Fury style. I'm not making excuses, but it's my opinion that he won because people felt sorry for him because his country's at war. So it's either no excuses, he won, or he didn't. It's not. He won. I congratulated him. There's no excuses, but that's my opinion that he won because Ukraine are at war. It's an excuse.
Yeah.
Don't say it. Don't fucking say it then. If you've got
It's
no
a
excuses,
weird one.
don't say no excuses. You can't
He does
say
this a little bit.
and then say it's your opinion is an excuse. You can't say I'm not giving any excuses. I'm giving my opinion. That's an excuse. And you're saying it's an opinion.
And we'll see it as it goes in the video, so we won't pause it too much, but you'll see that in a bit where he contradicts. Everyone will see that he contradicts himself a little bit, but I think it's because he's trying to convince himself that it was a lot closer than maybe it was, that actually maybe he could have won it on another night. It's all to just that self-fulfilling prophecy, you know, he's thinking, seeing it, believe it. So he's just doubling down, really, and I think he does this though, Fury. Let's be honest, he does contradict himself because he's so random and he says a lot. I think he forgets what he said in previous interviews and press conferences. He comes out and says the opposite and forgets that he's just contradicted what he said the week before. I don't know, it's just a theory.
And I thought it was funny, like Usyk's manager got that little dig in, and a Happy New Year. And he went, yeah, Happy New Year.
Yeah.
Really? He made a dick of himself. He said Happy New Year, and it was the fucking middle of the start of the summer because he was so fucking concussed, mate, because he just took a beating. And it's like, right, yeah, see you later, everybody. Happy New Year.
Yeah, round 9.
I like that little dick from manager. It's funny. Right, back to it.
When we go again. That's it. There's no animosity. I don't hate Usyk. You know, he's a good God-fearing Christian family man. Why would I hate him? And he's made me millions of dollars. I love him. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I got no hate. You can't make hate between these two. You know, he's a boxer, I'm a boxer. You know, it was a great fight. Regardless of the decision, I've said this many, many times, he gets the W. Fantastic for him and his family. Well done. Congratulations. Like I said, God gave him the result. Fantastic. But regardless of that, even from my point of view, it was a great fight to watch for the fans. I'm sure that they were entertained. It had everything. It had me doing great things, him doing great things. It was a great fight. And that's why we get to do it again on December the 21st.
You said it was an easy fight until he landed a punch from the gods.
Yeah.
Why would you describe it as a punch from the gods?
Just he could have punched me with that punch a million times. It may not have had any effect. But, you know, he punched me with it and it had an effect, and that was great. Great for him.
What do you remember about that left hand in round 9?
It was perfect. Tyson good at skipping.
Like, what is Fury talking about? If he
punch from the gun.
Yeah, it's not that deep. He hit you with that right hand from round 1. It was hitting you.
The left hand.
Left hand, sorry. He was landing that left hand from round 1. Maybe he wasn't putting so much mustard on it. Maybe he was leading you. You know how foot boxers do. I'll hit him 50%. Let him get comfortable thinking that I've got no power. Then bang! I hit you with 100%, and you're out of there.
Yeah.
Usyk's very smart. He could have been setting them traps, making Fury. That's probably why Fury thought it was easy. Oh, it's the left hand, he keeps landing them. They're not really hurting. I'm showboating. And then he fucking catches him with 100% left hand and knocks him spark.
Well, this is the thing, Chris. This is what people underestimate, I think, with Usyk. Casual fans, people that don't understand boxing, right? And I was talking with Josh about this yesterday, that I think part of the reason why Usyk still, even after he beats Fury again, which I think he probably will in my estimation, people won't put him in a pantheon of the top 10 ever, because he's not got that, well, he has got the personality, but it's you walk down the street, people might struggle to know him a lot more than kind of other boxers. He isn't as marketable. I think that's a problem sometimes, is that his talent, his IQ goes unnoticed. Usyk is one of the most intelligent boxers you'll ever see, mixing up, like you say, the different power of punches to lull you into a false sense of security, using different angles, expert judge of distance, lateral movement, head movement, picking his moments, comes out in a round and is 100%. Then he'll come out the next round and he'll kind of you'll kind of think he's more hurt than what he is, because he takes a round off. Then he ramps it up again. He's constantly thinking on his toes all the time. I've always said about Usyk, most people have plan A and plan B. Usyk's got plan A to Z.
Yeah.
Every scenario will be covered. You know, if he gets knocked down, he'll use all of his experience to recover whatever he needs to do. He's a clever bastard. That's basically what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, and I think like Fury, I like what Fury's saying, but other things I don't, because he's making excuses again.
Yeah.
Like, that punch landed because it was supposed to land. Usyk's
Sweet as a nut, mate.
He breaks you down. He sets traps. He's saying it could have landed any other time and it wouldn't have affected me like that. No, it was supposed to land at that time, and that's why it affected you the way it did, because it was supposed to land like that. But yeah,
he's like a lumberjack, Chris, isn't he? He just chops the tree down gradually. It's not one big axe swing. He just gradually just chips it away, and then the tree just eventually just tips over.
You've not really had that at heavyweight before. If you think about it, all the greats, even Ali, they've all had great knockouts. This is the first time we've had a heavyweight who's been a master boxer and not really a knockout artist. That's probably why Usyk's not getting the appreciation, because your casual fan, they're like barbarians, they're like Roman. We want blood and guts.
The big clubbing heavyweight, the form and the do. I know you're right. You're right, but from a purist point of view, Usyk is the man. He's right up there, and it's just a shame he maybe doesn't. I think get the plaudits.
The credit he deserves. It's like I was speaking to a mate the other day. He was a casual, right? And he goes, he said, "Did you see how Dubois battered AJ? I reckon he'll do that, Usyk." I went, and he didn't know that Usyk's already beat Dubois. You know, because he just seen the AJ Dubois fight because he's a casual. I went, Usyk's already beat Dubois. And he
take it with a pinch of salt, Chris. This is what I have every day at work. Just people don't know what they're talking about. I just give up in the end. I'm like, okay, whatever.
Yeah. Was keeping
good.
Yeah, I was keeping good.
But you had your little chance to knock me out, didn't you? Couldn't do it, could you? Hit me with 10 shots in a row and couldn't do it.
You too have chance, brother. You too have chance.
You couldn't even put me down after being on Bambi legs. You hit me 10 shots. 10 clean shots on the chin. No canvas touch.
Yeah.
You're in the rematch.
Okay.
Like Tupac said, you hit me with your best shots and couldn't do all. You know what's coming for you. I'm going to you up, bitch.
And they're building.
I like what I'm seeing there. It's bravado, but that makes me feel quietly confident for Fury. Like, that's the old Fury. That's the one. No man born from his mother can beat Tyson Fury. All that shit. Like, that's the guy that we know who's full of confidence. Like, if you see it in his eyes, like, you're fucked now. Like, he's taking confidence from the fact that Usyk didn't put him on the canvas. Ideally, it's like bravado, and the ropes did keep him up. Because Usyk whacks him, and he goes, boing, and bounces on the rope.
Yeah. It's like me on a bouncy castle, mate, all over the place.
Yeah, but I like what I'm seeing there, because I was worried. I like that Fury is a winner. That Fury doesn't like being beaten. That Fury is the one who's making bullshit excuses because he can't take that he lost. That Fury is a winner, and it's going to be a better fight this time, for sure.
Did you see what Usyk did, though? He genuinely found it funny, and then he was straight back to straight face it. See, this is the thing, right? Don't underestimate this hitman moniker he's put on, right? Agent 4. I grew up with the games. I loved those. I was terrible at them. I used to get caught all the time because I used to get overexcited, and then I'll be caught. But he would probably make a good hitman, wouldn't he? Because you know, he'd think of every option. Do I go through the window, the front door, the back door? Do I do this? Dress up as the florist, the plumber? He's clever. I don't know where I'm going with this, but fuck it, we'll go with it. And he's got that.
Like, he was laughing, like you say, and then he was like, "Yeah, back to business."
Yeah, because I think what he's got psychologically for me is that he can be in the moment and enjoy it, but then he's like, right, now back to business. He's the opposite of Fury, really. Fury's very emotionally led, very passionate, heart on his sleeve kind of guy. Usyk's not. He's quite stoic. He's emotionally very stable. You know, he's professional. he can be quite present and have a laugh, but then he's like, right, probably after that press conference, he was out doing back to training straight away. You know, he's that kind of personality, Chris.
I like Fury's kind of like, I lost, I'm going to go out and get smashed because I'm upset.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Personality different. And that's fine. We want different personalities, but they're very different
if it was all the
characters.
same, it'd be life would be boring, wouldn't it?
That's right. Yeah, 100%.
Last fight, his father headbutted a member of the team, blood coming down. We all remember that.
That was a perfect headbutt as well.
What's going to happen if somebody in his family does that to your team?
They're trying to press charges again.
That ain't going to happen. Let's not go there. That ain't going to happen.
This man's trying to stir shit up, isn't you?
It's a face-off,
I can see you're a DAZN man.
This
Calm down.
this fight doesn't even need that because it was such a great fight between two of the best heavyweights of the 21st century. The last fight was a magnificent fight, and it will be the same again. Anybody who knows anything about boxing will be tuned in on the 21st to see this, because this is going to be another great, magnificent fight.
You think it goes the distance like the first one did?
No, I think he's going to win it, and I think he's going to stop him.
What do you think, Alexander?
You mean the result, the outcome? Well, we've seen the first fight. That was, a fortune for any boxing fan to see the fight of that magnitude. Two best boxers in the world fighting for the undisputed heavyweight championship.
First time this century.
Wow. And then to see them fighting again in a row, it's almost a miracle. Thing I want to mention is very important, that I want both guys to have a successful training camp. So they come ready, healthy, and wealthy. And let the best man win again.
Was your last training camp as good as it could have gone? I know you were dealing with the cut.
No,
you couldn't spar.
I don't make any excuses. It was a fantastic training camp. Never once have I ever said I had any problems in camp, because I didn't. I've heard a load of talking. I had a load of problems in camp, but I didn't have no problems. I had a fantastic training camp. He beat me fair and square. Give the man his props. I don't understand why people have got to have an excuse like, oh, well, I lost the fight because I didn't train great, or I lost the fight because the chef didn't cook me the right foods. He won the fight. That's it. That's the end of it. There's no more to say. There's no excuses. I had a fantastic training camp. I thought I did fantastic in the fight. He did fantastic, so he got his result. Fair play, end of. There's no more talking to be say, oh well, I did this wrong, I did that wrong. I did nothing wrong. I did everything good. So did he. He got the decision, a split decision.
Firstly, I want to give Frank Warren the props for shutting down that John Fury shit, because obviously the guy's doing his job. He's trying to stir some shit. Like, what are you going to do if John Fury... And apparently John Fury's been sacked from the team. He's not going to be in his corner.
I heard that.
The omens are up for Fury to do better this time. But
we done a poll, Chris, didn't we? Not a lot of... I know, not like loads and loads of votes, but the 85% roughly said that they didn't think John Fury was currently good for boxing and didn't like him too much. I thought that was quite... It was what I expected, but people are sort of had enough of the Furies at the moment, aren't they? Probably all of them.
Yeah, to be honest. But like, Frank Warren shut that down straight away. Like, and he's going to be working for the zone, but he's like, nah. Let's not have any of that shit. I don't want to hear it. And we're sacking
ain't going to happen.
His mind. Let's move on. And respect to Tyson Fury, kind of. No excuses. Everything was right. But he's yammering. You know when you're like overcompensating, so you can't stop fucking chatting shit. You know when someone's trying to sell something to you and they keep yammering. Yeah, everything was perfect. Camp was perfect. I won, he won. Like,
yeah.
Really just
it's a classic.
Yeah, erratic. He's really just trying to sell it. No, there was nothing wrong. He did have a cut which fucked him up, but fair play to him. Like, it fucked up his sparring for the second camp, but fair play to him. He's not making any excuses apart from Usyk won because of Ukraine shit. But apart from that, he's took it like a man, and well done to Fury. So giving props to that and props to Frank Warren for shutting her knobhead down and not letting him get through the fight. Let's get into it.
Whisker. Innit? If I would have got the decision, great. He got the decision, fantastic. There's not much to say, is there? You know, am I going to go and change everything in my camp because I lost a split decision? Hell no.
You seemed like you were fighting better going forward, but you chose to fight backwards a lot.
Yeah.
Am I seeing that wrong? Was that the strategy?
I chose to fight backwards, yeah.
But going into the fight, you're like, I'm going to have to chase him. He's going to be a rabbit.
Yeah.
But you were kind of the one going backwards. Why was that?
Because I'm a slick counterpunch boxer, as you can say. As you can ask by Usyk's jaw and eye bone. When I right uppercut, lead right uppercut was hitting him in the face. Boom!
What's the plan for the next one?
Same.
Same.
I don't need to do anything more because it was close. So if I don't get a knocked, I've 10-8 round in round 9, then I maybe win the fight. No? If I on the cards, yeah. So maybe if I just keep a little bit more focused, same again. Pop, 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 pop. I'm not going to change anything because it wasn't a one-sided beatdown. It was a close fight. Could have went either way. I'm not complaining.
You want to keep the weight? You want to go up on weight?
No, I want to box like I did before.
Speed.
Going into the last fight, you were asked to send, did you have a message for Tyson Fury? And you said, just don't run from me. Do you feel like he ran from you in that fight?
No, I say not run. Don't be afraid. I will not leave you alone again.
And what does that even mean?
What do you think about Fury saying, I'm not going to change anything?
The thing is, we've spoken a bit about this before. You know, if you've lost the fight, regardless of how close you think it is, there's always going to be adjustments that need to be made. You know, that throughout the ages of time, we've known that. I mean, unless to a degree, I guess, if you felt it was really close, or I don't think it's as close as what he felt, I want to do the same, but just do plan A better. I want to do plan A, but plan A better. But I personally think he's not going to do that. And again, he's contradicted himself on this. I'm not going to get the decision, so I'm going to knock him out. I do think he needs to plant his feet more. I don't think his legs are underneath him anymore like they used to be. I really feel that with Fury now. I'm not sure the legs are there. I don't think he's going to, regardless of the weight he comes in at, I don't think that's going to serve him well to be on the back foot, because the thing is, if you're going to do that, that's going to require a lot of energy, Chris, because Usyk's footwork is sublime, and he'll just keep closing him down, picking his moments. I think Fury has got to stick it on him a lot more. It's easier said than done, I know, but he's got his plant his feet a lot more, and probably risk being knocked out in order to win. That's personally what I think he needs to do. What do you think, Chris?
I think he's definitely got to plant his feet more. That moving around strategy was the wrong strategy because he ain't got the legs. The Fury that fought Klitschko, he's gone. That Fury is gone. He hasn't got them legs
10
anymore.
years ago.
10 years, exactly.
10 years ago, really.
You when you get older, you got to make adjustments. That Fury's gone. It needs the Fury that fought Wilder the second time, but just a bit smarter. And then if he needs to use his legs, if he gets in trouble to escape, then move about, pop the jab out, bolo uppercuts. But just don't do it 3 rounds in a row just because it's working and then think, oh, shit, now I'm stuck in the mud. Now my legs are finished. I've emptied the tank and Usyk's just going to pick me off now. That's what happened. Fury lost that fight because his legs went, because Usyk was putting the pressure on, and instead of standing and trading with him, tying him up, leaning on him, he chose to run away and pot shot him. And Usyk was like, yeah, do this all day. I love this shit because you're going to gas. And I've got loads more in my tank, mate. And as well, let's not forget, Fury's not led the cleanest lifestyle. It does catch up on you. You can't out-train. Like, you can't out-train 3 years of abusing your body with alcohol and cocaine and bad diet and shit. Do you know what I mean? You can't do it.
Bang on. No, that's a really important point to make. And you know this as somebody who works as a strength and conditioning coach as well, Chris, is that he's got away with it for a long time because he's such a big heavyweight. This is sometimes the problem. Because he's an exceptionally big man, he's probably got away with it, leaning on a lot of fighters, using his weight. He did that against Wilder a lot. With Usyk, he's been exposed a little bit. You can't lean on Usyk. His footwork's too good. He's still very fit. He's lived a life. He can get out of danger. You're not going to be able to use those natural physical advantages against someone. Wilder, his boxing IQ is shocking. So you can get, if you basically take away his nuclear bomb of a right hand, you win the fight. Usyk, it's a whole different ball game, and I think you're right where you're going with that, because the fact that Fury hasn't lived the life, and he'd admit that himself, is kind of caught up with him a little bit, and that's also why I still think I do actually want him to win, but I do think he'll lose again because of multiple factors such as the one you've brought up.
Yeah, that's it. Right, let's get into it.
Don't be afraid of a boxing match, please.
Yeah, it's a boxing match.
I've had many boxing matches before and not been afraid. I'm sure you have as well. You've had 300 amateur fights. You're not going to be afraid of a boxing match. So yeah, I don't really make much of that.
Do you think this fight will look a lot like the first fight did, or will it be different this time?
Because Tyson know what I do. I know what Tyson do, but it's will be a different fight.
Is he the best fighter you've been in the ring with?
I think yes. Listen, I much respect for all my opponent, because it's boxing. It's a tough sport. It's a very dangerous sport. Listen, this man, very famous of world. It's a big man. I'm small man. This is big man. But we have second fight. Listen, boxing, it's a not play. Boxing, it's a hard sport. Tough. When you back home after you fight, all my body talk me. Hey, Alex, please.
Don't do it again.
Yes. I say,
Frank, what do you think's on the line as far as legacy for these two fighters in the rematch? What does this fight mean?
Well, I think a lot of the journalists and what you read afterwards from people, they were saying that whoever won the fight was going to be the best heavyweight of the 21st century, the first unified champion, and they go up there with all the greats of the past. And I'm glad they've said that, because at the moment, you've got, Alexander got the result. He won the split decision. Tyson wins it, then that's where that mantle goes, that he is the best of his generation.
No, Frank. There will be a rematch, a rubber match trilogy.
Well, fine. If there's one,
There's got to be.
But
if he wins one and I win one, I can't say I'm better, he can't say he's better. There has to be a third one.
I'm with you on that. But the point is, you asked about this fight, and that's this particular fight. That's how it be. And I look at Tyson. I looked at that first fight he had with Deontay Wilder, where he went in as an underdog. Why they made him that, I don't know, but they did. And I look at that last round, and he won that fight, but I look at that last round, but then I looked at the next fight and what he learned from that fight and what he had to do. And that's what I like about Tyson. He's got a great boxing brain. He knows what he has to do. And, what Alexander is of course he's saying, in his mind, it'll be a different fight, because they've shared 12 glorious rounds of boxing together. I mean, they know each other backwards. And they, in their minds, this is my opinion, not Tyson's brand, but in their mind, they'll know what they think are the strengths and what the weaknesses are. What can I improve on? What should I have done differently? What can I do this time? So, and they're smart guys. These two are smart boxers. They're not just two walk-forward fighters. They are thinking great fighters, and they got big hearts. They got big. Everything about them is big. They're big men. They've got big hearts, they've got big boxing intellect, and they're in the biggest fight. This is the biggest fight. This is the fight for it all, for all of it, everything.
Tyson, your final words to Alexander in this face-off.
Good luck in the training camp, prepare good, and I hope you get through it all great, and we have a great fight on the night.
Same, you too.
Yeah?
Yeah, Dangerous, please. Аккуратней. Be cautious, please. Because was great fight.
This will be better.
Yeah. You can do sign me.
So,
Final thoughts, Chris?
So, first of all, like, I know Frank Warren's trying to gas his fighter up, but I've said it many times. Usyk's not Deontay Wilder. So, but the one thing that he can take from the first fight is that he knows how to hurt Usyk. The uppercuts there. Doesn't matter how many times he punches him hit him to the body, he doesn't slow his legs down. So forget that. Because everyone going, hit Usyk to the body. Hit Usyk to the body. He hit him to the body loads of times. It didn't do nothing. He's doing them planks, mate. He's doing them planks. He's getting in the medicine with, in the stomach, tensing up them abs, making it rock solid. So like there are things that he can take, but it's not like everything he learned from the first. Like it's not going to be like how when he fought Wilder, it was like right. Instead of running, if I just close this man down, he's not going to get any torque on the right hand, and he won't be able to get any power on it.
Yeah, because Wilder can't box on the back foot, Chris. So that exactly. and that we've known that for years. But Usyk, he can come forward, go backwards, side, he do everything.
Exactly. So it's not going to be as simple as right. Usyk can't do this, so if I do this, I win. Because that's what happened with the Wilder fight. Fury realised in the 12th round when he got up and he came after Wilder because he got knocked down. He came after him and he realised this guy, you can't fight on the back foot. And if I stay in front of him, he can't land that right hand because he's not going to be able to. He's not going to be able to get the power on it, and he won't be able to land it. It's not going to be like that where he goes, oh yeah, I just need to land uppercuts and Usyk's going to lose. It's not going to be that simple. Yeah. So
exactly, if only.
Yeah, I think Frank was wrong there. And I think when Usyk said like don't be afraid, I think it's a language barrier thing. I don't think he meant Tyson's afraid. I think he meant don't worry because I am going to be right there in front of you. You're not going to have to look to find me. I'm not going to leave you alone like I did last time. Kind of thing.
Yeah.
I don't think like when Fury was looking at him like, and everyone was like afraid. Why the fuck would I be afraid? I do like to stick up for Usyk there. We're objective here. I think it was a language thing. I don't think Usyk meant that Fury was afraid of him. He just meant that I'm going to be there like I was last time, not leaving you alone, constantly coming at you. So you don't need to look to find me. You don't need to worry. I think that's what he meant. I don't think he meant, don't be afraid, I'm coming for you. Like, because it's not his style.
Yeah,
it's a language barrier.
I guess my kind of final thoughts, actually, and it's sort of just come into my head as you were talking. I think for this fight, it's going to be really, if I've watched Usyk quite a lot, he's one of my favourite boxers, and he can at times start a bit slow. I think Fury needs to win the first few rounds or win 2 out of the 3 or 3 out of 4 of the first rounds, because I've got a feeling Usyk's going to come on strong in the second half of the fight, because with elite level fighters, and Usyk's right up there, you know, I mean, Fury's an elite level fighter, but Usyk's probably another little bit above. We know, don't we, the championship rounds, the second half of the fight is where they really earn their money. And I just think Usyk's going to be really, really stepping it up in the back end of the fight. So my theory is that Fury will need to win as many of those early rounds as possible. If he comes out lackluster, pouring the jab, running away a bit, Usyk's nicking the rounds, I think it could be a long night for Fury. Just something that come to me there, just a theory I've got, but that's my final.
That's it.
Final thought. Yeah.
For sure. Like he definitely, but I think Fury's giving misdirection. I don't think Fury's got any intention of fighting the same way that he did last time. I think he's just saying that to see if he can try and trick Usyk. But I don't think Usyk's going to buy it, or Usyk's just going to be ready. You run away. You come at me, I'm coming at you. Like Usyk's concentrating on himself. He's not worrying about what Fury's doing. I'm coming after Fury. So if he wants to come to me, happy days. We'll have a tear up in the middle of the ring.
Yeah. And he might get caught. You know, we know this. Fury is not as elusive as he once was. He does get clipped. He does get caught. He does get, you know, he gets put down a lot. Like, so it's going to take a bit of, you know, he's a fighting man. He's a courageous man. But it's going to be tough because he's going to have to take risks. And he might have to get up off the canvas in this fight, Chris, potentially. Fury. He might.
Yeah. If you think about, like, look at Fury's last, I don't know, his last 5 fights, yeah? Usyk, Ngannou, Dylan White, Deontay Wilder, yeah? He got put down twice, Deontay Wilder, yeah? He got put down twice. Then he fought Dylan White, got put down by Ngannou again. then he got put down by Deontay Wilder in both fights, actually. So that's 4 knockdowns.
All of the fights. No, not the second fight. The first one and the third one. Yeah, so 3 times altogether, wasn't it?
It's the second one and the third fight. So he got put down. No, he didn't get put down in the first one. But in the third one, he got put down twice. In the third one, he didn't get put down in the second one. So he got put down twice.
He rose like a phoenix in the first one, and then obviously that 12th round thing. Second fight, he done a job on Wilder, and the third fight, I think he got put down twice.
So he got put down twice, yeah. Then he fights Dylan White, yeah, easy. Then he fights Ngannou, gets knocked down against Ngannou. Then he fights Usyk, and he gets knocked down by Usyk. So in his last 5 fights, he's been put on his arse 4 times.
Yeah.
How many times has Usyk been put on his arse? How many times
Steve Cunningham, remember that? Steve Cunningham.
Never mind. What if you look at Usyk's last 5 fights? How many times has he been knocked down? 0. Absolutely. And you can't count the Dubois one because it was a low blow. And if it wasn't a low blow, he wouldn't have gone down.
And people, what did Usyk do in that Dubois fight? He took every single second of that 5 minutes. He didn't even need to. But he did because he's fucking clever. That's why. He did what he needed to do.
That's it. Well, it's getting a bit of a long one. So that's it for us. Happy days. It all worked. Boxing Bros UK.
Leave a comment. Like and sub.
Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe, please, guys. Like and subscribe.
Nice one.